Hey guys, Gareth197 again. This time with a review of the old 1/144 scale no-grade Gym Command Space Type from the Gundam 0080 OVA series. And because this is of course the old version of the kit, all the way back from 1989, it's without a doubt going to be horribly inferior to the high-grade Universal Century kit. Right? Well, let's start by having a look at the colors. As you can see, the white on this one has a very slight kind of minty green shade to it, so it's not quite white. It does look rather nice. Then we have red, of course, for the body and the feet. The hands here and the backpack, you would expect those to be gray, but this is actually a very, very dark blue. It might look a bit black from a distance, but yeah, for some reason they decided to make it dark blue. Same goes for the gun. And the gray you see here on his elbows and also on his knees, well, those are polycaps. But they did a pretty nice job with those. They do look kind of mechanical. Then, the pièce de résistance on this kit, we have a clear visor. Now, for modern day kits, well, if you're used to modern day kits, it might not sound like such a big deal, but as far as I know, no, actually, I'm 100% sure that this is the first 1/144 scale kit with a clear visor. Heck, not even the 1/144 scale high-grade Universal Century gun cannon did it, and this guy did all the way back in '89. Actually, this might not just be the first 1/144 scale kit, it might just be any Gundam kit, well, slash gym kit, with a clear visor, because the J-Gun that came out the year before had a sticker. So yeah, this was actually a pretty revolutionary kit. Anyways, on to, for stickers now. As you can see, first of all, the colors, they're not that different. The main difference being his chin and his earmuffs should be painted red. Unfortunately, we do not get a sticker for that. But the stickers we do get, two gray ones for his chest fence, and we also get two gray ones here for the shield, and this is actually something the newer one does not come with. So, pretty nice. And then we also get a few ones I haven't used yet. Oh yeah, there's a red one here in his crotch. And then you get two Federation symbols, a big one for the shield, and a smaller one, well, put it wherever you want. And these two little triangles to go on his knees. Oh yeah, a few more things that you should paint to make it look completely like it should. The red here in these vents, but hey, they look good enough in black. So overall, the coloring, it's not too bad. I would suggest painting the chin and his earmuffs here, but other than that, yeah, not too shabby for such an old kit. So now, next up is, of course, articulation, and this is unfortunately where the age does show a little. The head is not on a ball joint, but on a hinge, so it goes up, down, and will rotate until it hits the antenna. Turn back, so no wiggling. And the arm will rotate around all the way, go up quite far, but it's very, very stiff, and I'm really afraid of breaking this peg. Whoops. Put that back in there. Yep. Put it back down. Like I said, I'm really worried about breaking that peg sometime. And the elbow will rotate around, move up on one hinge to give it about 90 degrees, so not too bad for such an old kit. And then the hands, just like the head, are not on ball joints but are on hinges. But they do go up really nicely, and will of course also rotate around. Whoops, that wasn't supposed to happen. Let's quickly put that back in there. There we go. Then the waist kind of rotates around a little bit, but you do get a little bit forwards and backwards. I'm not sure if it's supposed to do that, or if the joint is just a bit, quite loose, but hey, you can do that. Also, no, not side to side, just a little bit forwards and backwards. Then these side skirts go out about that far. And legs go out. That's not too bad. And then we get to the legs. There is a reason why this leg is panel-lined and this one isn't. This is the good leg, which I have modified a little bit, and this is the one as is. Starting off with the front skirts, normally they go out about that far, so you get that much forward. I kind of tried to remove some excess plastic and it goes up a little bit higher. But the most significant modification is in the knees. The original knee bends about that far. Seriously, that's all you're going to get. Whoop-de friggin' do. I think that is, without a doubt, the worst bend I have ever seen. Even bulky kits have better articulation than that. But if you remove some of the excess armor on the back, you get a nice 90-degree bend. And believe it or not, but when you look at the High Rating Universal Century kit, look at this. This is the way I modified it. So if you're afraid of somehow changing the look of your mobile suit, well, just look at High Rating Universal Century. They did it too. Now, next up are the feet, and they are a lot better. Go backwards all the way like that. Forwards about that far. And also a little bit side to side. And of course, the foot guard will also go up and down. So there are some ups and downs, but if you're willing to cut a little bit, once again, not too bad actually. On to accessories. First of all, the one I've already shown you, the shield. And surprisingly enough, there is no peg to connect it to the arm. He has to hold it. That is quite unique. And he can't hold it anymore. I guess it's already worn out, because when I first assembled this, he didn't seem to have too much trouble holding it. Or maybe it's just a bit of luck. Let's see, yeah, now he's holding it perfectly. So it also depends a little bit on luck. But I really like the way he can hold it. Because it's usually the way you see them in games or in the anime, holding a shield like that. So it is pretty nice, if he can hold it, that is. But yeah, a little bit of glue will fix that. Like I said, when I assembled this, he had no problem holding the shield at all, but I guess it wore out pretty quickly. So let's put that to the side. Next accessory is beam spray gun. Pop it out, put this in. And as you can see, it's in there really securely. It's not moving around at all. It's really nice. Fortunately, the elbow is a little bit on the weak side. Once again, you'll have to glue that a little bit. Final accessories he comes with: 2 solid beam sabers. Given the age of this kit, I can forgive him. It is a kit from '89, of course. But what it does do good is hold the beam saber. It's in there really solidly. It's not going to fall out. Maybe that's why the shield no longer stayed in, because the beams are a bit too thick. Okay, you also, of course, get the beams on the back, but they don't do anything. You just have to remove them if you want to pretend that he's holding a beam saber. Beam rifle. Ugh. Beam saber. So, that's all for accessories. As always, the inevitable question is, do you want to buy this? Well, for 500 yen, it is cheaper than the new one for 800 yen. But still, even though this is definitely a solid kit, it still can't quite compare to the newer high grade. But I have to say, if you prefer the look of this guy, definitely pick him up over the high grade. Maybe it doesn't really boil down to which kit is better, but, well, which design do you like better? The feel is completely different. This one feels a bit more slimmed down. I can't really complain. I can't really explain. This one feels a little bit bulkier. But still, overall, for 500 yen, this is definitely a nice kit to get. You do, of course, have the limitations of the time, but, or if, for example, you want to get a kit to try kit bashing on, try some very easy modifications like this. I mean, gotta start somewhere, right? It's an inexpensive kit, and I really, really like it. But the one thing that really strikes me is the very late 80s and the very early 90s seem to be a goldmine of really fantastic kits. We had the Victory Gundam kits, we had the F91 kits, we had the Gundam Sentinel kits, and that really begs the question, what the hell happened with G Gundam and Gundam Wing and Gundam X and the other line that came after this? I mean, did all the good designers suddenly leave Bandai or something? Because yeah, I think this is definitely head and shoulders above any Gundam Wing kit, or even some of the Gundam X kits. have to say, this is really, for the time, a fantastic kit. Unfortunately, the higher interval sentry is just, yeah, a little bit more fantastic. Well, that's all for this review, and see you at the next one.